guys, it's been so long since I uploaded the last video. Sorry because I had some issues personally. And now I'm here to upload another game which is called the Coronavirus Killer. Well, we're in the COVID-19 pandemic right now, so I believe this game will help be a spirit, you get what I mean, to helping fight this coronavirus. Okay, so first let me explain how the game works. I press start game and I can select levels 1 to 6. And let me start with level 1. And then there's a little intro. It's okay if you don't read it. Okay, so here's how you do it. You see the number infected people, it keeps increasing. You want to stop that. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the arrow keys. This is I'm moving left and right. This one moves, and when I move up and down, the other one moves. So and then when I press space, a lightning shoots out from both the wands, and every coronavirus on its way is killed. However, you see the green ones and the yellow ones. The yellow ones can only be killed by this one, this left wand, and the green ones can only be killed with this bottom wand. So let me quickly end this one because it's actually quite easy. Done. And now when you're done, it shows you your personal record, and this is all set to myself. I don't know why. I don't know how in the world I got 5264 in level 3. And as levels increase, the number of coronavirus at the start also increase. And if you go to level 4 and beyond, let's go to level 4, then there's this new black coronavirus which, like real viruses, actually duplicate. And I'll not shoot any, and then you will see the number of viruses increasing, because the black ones are replicating itself and multiplying. The black ones can be killed by both the wands, but if you no, nothing. And then by the way, there's this thing called shoots, and then if you run out of them before you get rid of every coronavirus, the infected people goes to infinity, and then, well, you fail the game. So let's see how this game will work out. So let's first create a new project. Obviously get rid of the cat sprite first, because that's always what we do. Now, if we take a look, the only actual sprite that I got from the list was this wand. Anyway, let's bring it out. You can search wand. Here it is. And then you'll have to duplicate that because there's 2 wands in the game. But well, this doesn't look great, right? So let's set up the backdrop first. And by the way, Scratch updated its editor, so it's actually like this. You can work actually outside of the what do you call that, boundaries. Yeah. So let me start with, and then I don't know why, but you just have to convert to bitmap to fill in everything. I don't know why. So let's change this to like this color, because anyway it's gonna change. Actually, but it didn't like change on the all. It was like going down to up. How I did that is there's actually a gradient like this. I chose this, and then I'll do red and blue first, like that. And then the point is that the actual very important thing is you have to have the center, and then you have to zoom in and click and fill this thing in the real center. And if we go back, well, that did not go well, but as soon as we click this here, we'll figure out something else. However, because this is not very good, let's do it one more time. There we go, that's what we want. And now, events, when green flag is clicked, because we want it to change color forever, change color effect. Let's see how this works out now. Do you like it? Well, I don't. So, you see the problem, it's going too fast. I think we should reduce it by at least a tenth. But I still think it's a bit fast. Let's change this to 1. Just 1. That's pretty good, but you'll notice that this kind of line is seeming to go down when in my real project it was going up. Well, actually, I started like this green and blue, and since blue is a darker nothing. And then, so if we actually reverse these colors, and then about here was the center. Oops, something went wrong. Nothing, wait. Something is wrong. I don't know why this is happening, but anyway, we don't care if the line goes down or up, because you know how to solve that problem, right? So anyway, let's name these projects. Bottom wand, this will be the bottom one, and this one will be the left wand. And now, let's add text to the background, because we forgot to do that. Oops. Coronavirus killer. And because the text is actually a part of the backdrop, when the color of the text also actually changes. Let me show you. See, it's going red, yellow, green, blue, purple, back to red. So we've got the initial background ready. Now let's just add in some sprites. We need 2 buttons for, you saw here, start game and instruction. Oh, and by the way, I didn't show you instructions, because if I click it, this thing will appear. Now, so we need 2 of them. And let's set them in legit spots. And the way I find legit spots is first just drag them to what you think will be a nice fit, and then get the approximate coordinates of those. So this is x minus 85, x minus 85, y minus 94, and then events, motion, go to, round it to the close, round it to what it seems right. So I'll do -80 and -100 right there. And if you, and the good thing to do is make them symmetrical. So it means if you have a line down the center like this, and then you flip the left side to the other side, it'll be equal. Well, don't mind this text or the wands. So we're going to do x 80 and y -100. So it's the x values are exactly the same, only they're different in negative or positive. Now let's just rename this one's start game and instructions. So what other sprites do we need? Oh, of course, coronavirus. We have to paint them because there's no virus in this sprite list. Do you think the Scratch will put in a virus? I don't think so. So how I made the viruses. So first you want to have this to vector, and then we'll make the red one first. But anyway, the outline has to be black, and I just like it was default 4, right? Just keep it in default unless it's really necessary. Zoom in a lot, and now do it like this, and then you'll get an approximate circle, and then it actually makes you perfectly fit. You'll know. And then when you get back to the original size, it's a little smaller than what we need, so we can always enlarge this. That's too big, right? You can see this you can see right here to see the actual size when in the game. I think this is about good. Put it in the middle. And we don't want a circle like this, by the way. We want to have only an outline. So this outline button, wait, what? Okay guys, I figured out that there was actually no way to create just a circle outline that's perfect for this. So what I did was take out this circle, create a new one in the color we want, which is red. Approximately like this. And then we go to the outline, and then we do black, and we only want one thickness, and then from there we draw lines. And don't forget, it's very handy if you hold the shift key when you draw lines, so it gets you exact angles: 90 degrees, 0 degrees, and 45. Okay, so the coronavirus legs, should I say, are done. Wait, this needs to be extended. This needs to be extended like this. Wait, no. Okay, because this circle is not exact, I have to make an approximate guess. Like this. Okay, anyway, nothing's perfect, so let's take a look at the coronavirus. Not so bad, but worse than my beautiful, well, not beautiful, evil, but, well, not bad drawn coronavirus. Actually, it has purple outlines, but I actually prefer black. I don't know why I did purple lines there. So, and then we can duplicate this one, and then use this fill tool for yellow. If you're using yellow, I suggest around 15 is a legit yellow. And then you duplicate this, and a legit green is 30. A legit blue is around, I'll say, if you want light blue, 60, and if you want darker blue, 70. Normal blue around 65. I actually like 60 better. Kind of light blue. And finally, let's create the black. There we go. And actually, I'll be splitting this coronavirus killer video into multiple parts because there's actually a lot of effort put into this one. I think this video will just contain only the basics and setup. Anyway, let's keep having new sprites. This is going to be our introduction. No, actually, instructions. Sorry for the mistake. Which are going to be the one we saw right there. Well, this is very easy to make, but actually not that easy. Anyway, I like green, so let's have a green rectangle. Actually, it shouldn't be too big. It should be like that size approximately. And let's move this to 0, 0. Well, good size, right? I think so. And now let's start adding text to it. And don't forget to change your color into something that's very visible. Okay, so now the instructions are done, like this. And then let's code this a little. So let's go to instructions, and when green flag is clicked, show. When the sprite clicked, we broadcast instructions, and we hide ourselves. And then when when this instructions receives instructions, then it will show. Oh, and don't forget to make this script when green flag clicked hide, because you don't want this hanging out when you press the green flag. Let's try. Great. One more time. Great. So now let's just add some text in this start game. A little bit smaller. And in Scratch 3 you can actually move separate parts of the sprite around. I'm sure I told that before, right? So you can actually shift this a little to make this have like a bulging effect to the left. But wait, let me bring all this to the center. I don't know why it was not in the center, but whatever reason, it should be. And this one too. Instructions. There we go. And let's just organize this bottom one, which should be when green flag clicked. It should point in direction 0, like that. And let's make it move to around here. Where is this coordinates? X 10, Y negative 140. Great. And the left one, when green flag is clicked, point in direction 90 degrees, and then move to around here, around negative 200. Now, great. And actually we want this to hide when we start. And then in start game, when this sprite clicked, broadcast a new message called start game and hide itself. And don't forget to do for each sprite when I receive instructions, hide. And for this one, when I receive start game, hide. So when I click this, both of them hide. Whoa, that did not go well. Don't forget to add the show block to the green flag. Great. Let's go to the bottom ones, and then when I receive start game, we want it to show itself. Duplicate. Actually, don't duplicate this. You can just literally drag this to the left wand and it'll stay. Duplicating it to the left wand. Let's try one more time. Great. Very, very good. And by the way, let's do this. Let's do the same thing for all the coronavirus. Like that. Don't forget to check if everything is there. Oops, sorry. There's no here. Good. This doesn't have that one. This also doesn't have that one. This has both. Sprite 5 also has both. Good. Wait, let me quickly name these ones. Actually, in the real game, the blue was the weakest, and then followed by red, yellow, and green. We'll go the same way. And by the way, don't forget to change this coordinates so that it's easier to see them. Don't make them the same, because if you do, they'll overlap over each other, and we don't want that to happen. And the last one. Let's check. Okay, so the intro looks great. Start game. Good. Now let's do actually two final steps. Make the backdrop for the in-game. So first, what we want to do is make some lines. You see, experiment with lines at different positions and see how they land with the wand. This latitude looks pretty good around here, I should say. And then draw a straight line there and just delete the it was around here. Like that. And then let's change this line's color to red. Wonder why it does not show up here. possibly too thin. Yep, that was. Whoa. We don't want that changing, do we? Actually, I do. Anyway, so because we know the widths and length, widths of both the ones are same, we can draw the next line by creating a square in the upper left. So what I mean by that is, oops, sorry. Go to the farthest left, count approximately how many pixels. I'll say 20, and then approximately just point out the 20 pixel mark around here where it makes a square. The square I'm meaning is this, about close to a square, and then just use shift to extend this one, and then now we can fill each color with green. I hate vector, because when you're in vector, it only allows you to fill something when all sides of it are covered in the lines, not walls. Now I recommend, oops, too similar. I recommend using same colors for these two, and then I used a light purple on this one. And if you don't want your colors to be too bright, you can all change it to a less bright color, like that. I like it, but the thing I don't like is these backdrops moving. So what I'll do is Control if, and let's name these backdrops for easier. Start screen, in game. Oops. If backdrop number equals 1, change color effect by 1. Oops. And just go to looks, and when we in fact click, switch backdrop to start screen, and then control events. When I receive instructions, start game, and then looks to switch backdrop to start screen. Let's try. Good. Well, actually not good, because we forgot to change it to in-game. Okay, I'm really sorry I'm making some talking mistakes today. I don't know why that is happening, and I'll try my best. I'm always trying my best. Yep, that is very good. Satisfactory. So, I think we will soon wrap up this with just adding 2 lightnings. Actually, just duplicate this one, and bottom lightning and left lightning. So when green flag is clicked, we want it to hide, and go to motion, bottom wand, and then copy paste this code. There's actually 2 copies right here. It just it was just perfectly overlapping one another, so it seems like the same code. But when we try to overlap, it doesn't let us. I don't know why. And we want this to go to left wand. And we want it to point to not 90 degrees, but 180 degrees, I believe. Let's take out this hide for now. Yep, that's 100 degrees. 180 degrees. And then, but you know, as you see, this lightning is touching the left edge, and that is actually not accepted in our coding game, because of reasons you'll see in next videos. So what we want to do now is change x by, or I'll say 15. Let's see if that works. Oops. Take out hide. Hey, show. Oh, don't forget to make this change x by 15 after the go to left wand. No, still too low. 20, still too low. 25, still too low. 30, I think 30 should work. Just a little bit more. Oh, not satisfactory. Let's make this safer. Safer one more time. Oops. Yep, that's good. I started at 15 and I ended up at 50. What a shame. And let's do the same right here. Go to bottom wand, and then this time change y by how much do you think we need? Let's start at 25 this time. And temporarily get rid of the hide. Show yourself a little more. I'll go by tens this time. 45. I think 50 is also legit for this. Yep, it is. So let's get back the hide buttons, and by the way, to make this code safe, just put point in direction 90. Okay, so one last thing. When I receive start game, actually not start game, but we'll make a new message which we'll probably use in the next video, called shoot. Then I show myself and move. Well, let's do the moving part in the next video, and I think this will be a good ending to this video, because we've set up most parts of the game, and all we need to do now is code the game. Well, we've not 100% set up the game, but still we've conquered 90% of it, at least I believe so.